Good morning! I have to brush my teeth. Okay, if you need to do anything that you realize is one of those life things that if you don't do, you will die eventually. You know what I mean? Like, you won't die right now, but you could die. Is that the right way to start this? Why is my bit rate so bad? Huh? No, it's fine now. Okay, that was weird. Okay, anyways, let's put on some music. And then, welcome back to Peer Support. My Peer Support format is going to get real good. You just wait. You have to wait. That's all you can do. This is sort of a metaphysical statement on peace through acceptance. Okay, so... I'm sorry, I need to move my body. I have a show tonight, and I have a cut on my lip. You know, like the corner of your lip, and I'm scared it's gonna rip or something, and then I'll have a horrible scar. But no, yeah, okay. You know, like the ones you get when you have like chips or something? It was like that, but I think I actually gave it to myself by accident because I was like, is that a hair? And it wasn't a hair. I think I just like ripped something out of my skin. Anyways, tweezers are dangerous. In my hands, everything's dangerous. Ha ha ha. Also, I'm doing like a bunch of things wrong in a row, and I just want you to understand that that's slowing things down. New window. Music. Okay. Also, I wanted to brush my teeth, so I'm gonna do that. Classic jazz. I like bossa nova. Here, let's listen to it together. I'll be right back. Well, will I? Yes, I'll be back. In fact, I'll change this. Properties. We'll start in 2 minutes. 20. Voila! Accurate. sorry, that took longer than I thought it would. I was just reviewing my story. I like my story that I shared on my thing. My Instagram. I like Instagram. I don't want to, but that's like a generational thing, right? I'm like, I don't know about TikTok. I could have jumped on TikTok early. Somebody told me about it. And they're like, TikTok's a big deal. Like right after it changed from Musical.ly and stuff. And I was like, I want to. Hello. But I'm kind of glad I didn't, because like I feel like I could have blown up in a negative way. You know what I mean? If I was to blow up at the time, I don't think that would have been good. Because I wouldn't have had my autism diagnosis yet. That would have been messy. Hell yes! Apartment tour on Saturday. Woohoo! That's exciting. I'm assuming you've already gotten to see the apartment on like the photo side of it. How's it look? Is it cute? Do you like it? That's exciting. I want to go on an apartment tour. That sounds fun. I've gone on a house tour before for no reason. Just because I realized there was like a couple of houses that like get opened up around my neighborhood. And one day I realized I was old enough looking to just go in and just fake it. You know? Just be like, yeah, I could buy a house. What's up? What's up? Hey, I'm just browsing. And it was like in my neighborhood too, so I was kind of like being like, hey, is this built by the same? Oh, it's the same thing. Oh, but that's different. Oh, that's different. Okay. Oh, you put that over there. Ooh, that's mirrored. Ooh. Oh, we remodeled that. It's fun. I want to do it again. I mean, kind of. The pictures were mainly the 2 beds. I've seen floor plan of the one. Oh yeah, that'll be fun. That'll be fun. That'll be super fun. I don't know why that sounds so much fun, but like so much fun. I hear that we make good architects potentially because we like that kind of thing, which I think, okay, hear me out. I'm starting to get more specific about what I think autism is in my little hypothetical universe that is going to be translated into this peer support model that will be transferred into some sort of an application platform that has a digital aspect of like 3-dimensional space and 2-dimensional mapping and all. Okay, so I think we have problems with close, far, near, far, oddly enough. Because that's one of Grover's songs, I think. It is. I really like Sesame Street and the Muppets, so I try to know my Grover. I think that is a Grover thing. Anywho, so I think we have problems with that, but if you you guys know this, if you flatten it all out, we're like, oh yeah! Ooh, so then if you put me into a 3-dimensional space and I get to think about like the floor plan at the same time, paradise. I used to spend so much time with graphene paper. I think I've already said this to you, Rowan, but I would draw like, oh, how loud is this? Oh my God, this is super loud. I'm so sorry. Could you even hear me at all? Okay, so, wow, that was bad. I love you. I'm sorry. I thought it was on my other speaker, it was so loud. I'll just turn that down. Anyways, yeah, so what I would do is, I would do this for hours and hours and hours and hours. I would get graphene paper and then do aerial views of all of these, like, mystical, magical places that I wanted to have exist. And then like sometimes, so my brother and I would also make like scrolling games, like platformer games on paper, and it just don't even, oh boy. And then that would be part of that thing sometimes. And then also I would do like sprawling maps of multiple ones and then connect them and stuff, and like so eventually, like, I want part of the digital neighborhood to be like an overview map. Oh, the property manager is giving you hot chocolate. That's fun. Ooh, I like that property manager. What a nice touch. But yeah, city planning games, hell yes. But it's weird because it's like all I want to do is like I don't want to plan, I don't want to run a city. I don't want to know about like bills or things. I don't want any of that. I just want this goes here and that goes there and this goes here and that goes there and boop, 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 boop. And I'm like, yeah, this is great. Ooh, variety. I think that's cute. Coffee, tea, or hot chocolate. First of all, now I feel like if somebody offers coffee and tea and they don't offer hot chocolate, they're kind of like a big old sourpuss. They're kind of like a wet blanket. They're kind of just not a fun person. You know what I mean? Like they're kind of making it worse instead of better. Yeah, I would like her more. She just like upgraded how much I could like people. I'm like, oh, I didn't even know I should have a bar so high. I now know how to care about that. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh, I do deserve nice things, and so do you. We all deserve hot chocolate, don't we? I want to be a banana. I miss being a banana. My current apartment I'm so done with. Good. I'm not done with MySpace yet because this is so new still to have it all cleaned out. But one day, Kyle and I are going to live together. That's the whole idea, because it's a little weird if we don't ever live together. You know what I mean? Like, that doesn't make sense. I feel like there's moments where, like, I say sentences, I'm like, oh yeah, I really am autistic. Like, what was that? That was a genuine sentence. I wasn't trying to entertain you. Sometimes I ham it up. That wasn't hammed up. That was just a thing I would say. Oh no. I think the only reason people ever would say like, oh, like you don't seem autistic, or like, or they wouldn't say that necessarily, like you have like a mild subtle presentation, is that like I'm funny about it. Like I'm funny and silly about it, but that is not because it's a choice. Like, it's a way of existing with it. That's what it is. It's one way of existing with it that I happen to have, and I don't really know why. Me and Jay, I practically moved in with him unofficially after a week. Opposite issue. Whoa, yeah. See, I've never lived with anybody that I've dated before because of how my life played out. Come here, Molly. Maui. First off, I was raised Catholic, so that was like not a cool idea. And also, I knew on some level that I didn't want to do anything before I felt pretty damn mature, because ballet, one, I wanted to like establish what I was doing with ballet, and that just took longer to do, where like I couldn't entertain that thought seriously and also pursue ballet seriously. That made no sense at the time, so I was really focused on ballet. And then so that also bought me time in terms of like not knowing about my autism and not knowing about how maturation works for us. And so I was like, okay, so that worked out really well for me, where I didn't have to worry about it. And it because I think I didn't meet the right person, you know what I mean? Like I would have had to meet the right person and blah, blah, blah. That did not happen. I wasn't trying to make it a big part of my life until I felt ready to. So that was good. But then Catholic, right? Ballet, right? And then it just never would have made sense. Like I was just so focused on making sure that I was okay that I didn't feel like that was where I needed to be. It just wouldn't have, I just wasn't ready for that experience. And I couldn't balance that and like my focus on ballet. When I was just researching ASD, Jay mentioned to his sister, who said, no, I don't think you're that, as if agreeing that I'm weird would be some insult. Yeah, see, that's the thing. So when the people say that, it's like, oh, I don't know about that for like, say a you or me presentation at somewhere along that continuum. I'm like, what you're saying is I'm likable. Thank you. That is good that you think someone on the spectrum is kind of like socially enjoyable to be around in some ways. But I'm like, okay, that's true. But hey, you know when you're frustrated with me, remember that? Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. It's okay. You don't have to block it out forever. that's a trauma response. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I want people to know it's like, it's okay. I know, you know. I can't fix that because autism. Also, it'd be good if you acknowledge the times that I'm super frustrating right now. Jay points out that his family finds me cute but annoying. Yep. Did I ever tell you about my song? I made a song. You start this up, and this, when did I start this? Probably was middle school. I'm here to annoy you, here to annoy you, here to annoy you, here to annoy. Then you go up a key. Here to annoy you, here to annoy you, here to annoy you, here to annoy. I'm here to annoy you, here. And you just do that until your voice cracks. Because it embodies that. And I spontaneously started thinking about that at some point in middle school. Like, oh yeah, let's just own it. Yeah, people find me frustrating and baffling and overwhelming and endearing and memorable. And wise. Ooh, surprisingly wise. I was trying to mix surprising and wise together, but it just sounds like surprise. Surprise. I'm surprise. Surprise. I'm wise. Anyways, sometimes I'm pretty sure my family thinks I'm annoying and difficult to be. Yep, difficult. Yep. And we're family, so they're like, meh, tolerable. Yeah, and it's probably not that bad. So I think in general, like, some of us who have this high masking ability mixed with other factors of our autism, presentation being more subtle in terms of academics, I think we are pretty likable because, like, the thing about being somewhat precocious in one way or another, for some of us, it varies. Like, I was super hyperlexic, so that precociousness was also in its own weird box. So we still get put into boxes and compartmentalized by our society. But if you're a little bit on the precocious side, like, it is charming. Have you ever met a precocious child? My middle sister has some sort of learning disability. The oldest is very, very difficult. So I was still the angel child. Yeah, that makes sense. Well, so I think we're agreeable. That's what I'm going to say. So, like, I think that, well, okay, let's divide agreeable up a little bit more, because I think it's more complicated than that one in the case of autism. So I think what it is like, we want to be easygoing because there's a lot of things we don't have a strong opinion on because we're just out of the loop. We're like, yeah, whatever makes you happy, dude. Cool. But if it starts to become an issue for our special interest potentially, or a sensory issue, then all of a sudden we're not easygoing at all. So I think for us, well, see, here's the thing though. I think like we have a lot of like, well, that's fine by me. That's fine by me. Like, there's a lot of things that we're fine with that other people would have a strong opinion on. But then there's other things that we have a very, not even strong opinion. Like, we have a need that other people don't, or it's a preference. Even if they do relate a bit, it's like, oh yeah, that'd be nice. And for us, it's like, this needs to stop right now. Like, you know, like, it's a very different level of sensitivity to things. Like, social sensitivity I don't really have. Like, I'm sensitive to when I'm missing out on something so much that I'm starting to have consequences socially, or like, well, environmentally. I won't even say socially. I realize something's going wrong at a certain point. I'm like, oh, this isn't good. I'm being ostracized or left out, or I don't know what's going on, or everybody's doing something together and I'm alone. Like, this is a little weird. How are they doing that? And that becomes the whole thing. But I'm not upset about missing cues that I can't see. I'm not upset about, like, how could I be upset about that? My affect is in the toilet, so my input is likely to be colored by that. Especially my sibling. There's always the notion that they love me to death, but I never get the feeling from them. Well, the sibling stuff is difficult, right? Sibling is a little bit harder. That one I still haven't unpacked myself, but we have siblings that are like, we have a similar-ish age gap, and like younger, older, you know. I can relate to that. We've talked about that before to an extent. But like, so with siblings, what I think ends up happening in a general sense I think that when you don't know that you have autism and you're interacting with your sibling growing up, I think your sibling hears a lot of different versions of you from a lot of different people. And also, there's you and your relationship with your sibling. So I think that it's possibly confusing and disorienting for the sibling of an undiagnosed autistic kid, because they are also hearing a lot of messages about you, similar to how you are, at pretty close distance. So, and they're growing up with it. If you're pretty close in age, so their brain is developing their concept of you with all of this like conflicting information from adults, similar to what's happening to your own self, you know, well, it's not even like your sense of self, because it's not necessarily that, but like your sense of like how people are perceiving you. So that picture is really fragmented and distorted by virtue of how people talk about you and perceive you, even if you have a pretty stable sense of self, which I think I do, which is supposed to be kind of hard for us to have, I guess. But yeah, so I think siblings, it might be a whole other ball of yarn. I haven't really talked to mine about that yet, but I'd like to. Especially my son, there's, let me, I read that. My input here, okay. Oh yeah, if your affect's in the toilet, just like, we'll be okay today. And I did email that company, and hopefully that negative experience actually is like generally a way to tell if they're a cool company or not, based on how they reply. So thank you for dealing with that shit. That was not cool. I'll make sure that I post links in the future so that can't happen, because I think that was actually my fault for just being like, look, it looks like this. That was stupid. My family still doesn't know my middle sister, and my relationship growing up makes sense. I'm the youngest. Do you want to talk to your siblings about that? I don't know if I ever asked you about that. We'll be okay today. Loses luster by week 3. Well, see, that's the thing, is like, I watched an interesting video. No, you're fine. No. I got you. I watched an interesting video that I really liked for somebody with ADHD, and the way that they think about their ADHD and their executive functioning impairments was very helpful. That's where I ended up like being like, wait, what are some, because they were saying like set alarms. I was like, well, my alarm doesn't really do shit. So I was like, what is there? It's like, oh shit, this is what I want. Like where it keeps going through the day, like an hourglass sand moving through. So that's how I ended up there, right? But I was watching this guy's video, and he said like a big switch for him was like, instead of thinking future self was like this really amazing person that you'd love to meet someday who knows how to handle things, just thinking that future me, like for him it was like, future me is a dumbass with ADHD. I was like, yeah, future me is I wouldn't say I'm a dumbass, but like future me is clueless. And that's a helpful switch. So it's like that was nice, because then it's like, oh, today is my best self. Like my best self isn't tomorrow. Granted, this idea just hit me literally today. Yeah, you're okay. We have a yellow car today. Did you know that? There was the gray one, but you saw the yellow one. You gave me the links. We got the yellow one because that's more fun. We got a yellow happy car. The middle lives with my mom, who I don't trust, very gullible. Interesting. I want to trust that sister, but I can't trust her not to tell my mom. Yeah, we're going to have a yellow happy face car, you know? I'll take a picture of it when I pick it up, and I'll put a happy face on it on the picture, you know? Because like, she can't put a happy face on the car. That would be wrong. We're basically in this. You know what I mean? We're in a Bob the Minion car. I should take this with us as like a good luck charm. Bob will be in the car with us. I'll just be like, boop. But we can't forget Bob. If we forget Bob, I will cry. But see, we can test out the app. I'll say, don't forget Bob in the app. Okay. I still feel like you should just make your family deal. I don't know. That's kind of my approach on it, though. I tend to push for that. I just think they should just, like, get over it. And can I tell them? I was like, hey, Shade's my friend now. I don't know you, but I'm a lovable weirdo. And I have news for you, buddy. And I will, nope. Okay. Never mind. Okay. So I'm picking it up at 12 and yeah, I'm picking it up at 12. I'm going, well, let's see. So I have to go get my medication. You saw that probably. And then I can just take the Terraville to get to there, by the way, which is really nice. I just go outside, take the train and get off the train and I'm right there. So then I'm going to pick it up and then I'll drive home and then I'll take a shower and sort of get ready. So if you wanted to come by anytime after like 1, maybe like 1:30, shoot anytime after 1:30, sometime between 1:30 and 2:30. Maybe we should leave at 2. No, we probably can leave at 2:30. I was asking my, it's so funny, my at the clown school, the cool clown school that I go to now, it's new. The improv teacher, it was so funny. I was like saying, like at the beginning of improv class, they're like, how are you doing? I'm like, not good. And they give me a ride home after class because I'm kind of on the way. So thank goodness. But I was getting a ride home and they were chatting about it and they're asking me, because I was saying like, oh, I need to get a car and I've never done that before and blah, blah, blah. Renting or whatever it is. And also thank you, Rowan, so much. And then whatever happened there was like this longer conversation of like where this place was, and he said where it was, and I was like, wait, that is it. And it, like, cause I was like north of like Santa Rosa and he's like it, and I was like, it's off like in a forest. He's like, it's not blah blah, is it? I was like, yes. And that's where their partner's like, I guess family is or something or whatever, so they just dropped their partner off there. And I was like the other day or something, or 2 days ago, I was like, no way. And I'm gonna be talking with their partner because their partner's interested in the project of developing like the neighborhood, what should we call it, AI thing. So they're like interested in AI and applications, and their intersection they're specifically interested in besides AI is executive functioning impairment. So yeah. So I also had like they were really nice. They're like, if you're really, really stuck, like let me know by 12 and I'll see if I can help out. I was like, aw. So they were calming me down. And they also told me everything that could happen in terms of like, getting a car and insurance and to get all the insurance you can. So I got I got insurance and stuff. Okay. Anyways, I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. But yeah, Shade, glad that you'll tell your dad eventually. I think, I don't know. I think it's like really important to be proud that you have confidence. I don't with family. Yeah, I know. But I think like, it's like this global thing of, I think that everyone needs to know about us on the planet and then know like there's a learning curve that hasn't been like banked, that hasn't been tested out by most people, so they don't even realize how steep the learning curve is. Like they don't realize they're gonna have to go around the bend a few times before they get it, because a neurodevelopmental disability around social skills is actually really difficult to understand. From our perspective, like, this should be more obvious, but from the perspective of people without it at all, who develop typically when it comes to social skills and social communication, pragmatic social learning stuff, they don't know what this is until they've had to think about it many times. It's just clearly outside of their imagination without a lot of work. So then I think people need to be exposed to it, right? So then I'm like, well, the only way they're going to get it is if we make them hear it a bunch of times and see it a bunch of times. Talking to my mom about potentially moving back in with her, definitely didn't instill confidence that it will be different than it's been in the past, as in not imposing the same expectation on me that she... Well, so you're older. I need to respect my disability because I cannot have this. Yeah, and I think Rowan, I have confidence that that is actually going to be different, because one of the issues is, so I don't know if I've talked to you about this. I lived in Ohio for dance. I moved back home. I moved in with my aunt because I couldn't deal with my parents. I couldn't deal with it. And that was, oh, how old was I? I was like 22, 23, somewhere in there. Yeah, it was like end of 22, turning 23, in that whole window. I couldn't do it. I could not do it. And now it's fine. It got, like, I would say, like, the pivoting point for me was like 27, where I was like, okay. Oh, like 27, 28, we like reached an understanding. And that was even before my autism diagnosis. And since my autism diagnosis, it's been way better. And it was already way better than when I tried to move back in my early 20s and was like, oh, I can't do this. Not openly hateful, but she says things amongst family. Not okay. Yeah. Wait, can you be... Shade, I'm not following what you mean there, actually. Also, I need to start tracking. I haven't been tracking because I didn't do this. Okay, let's get to tracking. Woof, I didn't do any of these days. Oh, that's okay. Oh, wait. What have I done? Yeah, that's right. No, wait. No, that's right. Okay, I was like, did I do the wrong date? No, that's good. Okay. Okay. Oh, it didn't... Oh, it's so blurry? Is that me? Oh, maybe I can make it bigger. Ooh, you can't read it? Uh-oh. Hold on. Let me see if I can do a little bigger. Sorry about that. Eventually, I'll set this up better. This is still sort of temporary. It's probably my fault. That's not even slightly correct. What was I doing there? That's fine. That's as big. Well, I could make it a little bigger. About as big as it's gonna get, though. I'm sorry. I think it's just blurry though because of the bit rate that I have to have it at too is lower. Like I'm on low latency or ultra low latency, and I think that causes that. I think maybe I'm wrong. My mother says things amongst family that are not accepting of race and other social stuff. Oh. Where are y'all from? Are you from like the Midwest or something? Ohio. Oh, right. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. I'm sorry. Yeah, Ohio's... Man. That sucks. I don't know even... Yeah, I lived there, as I was saying, for dance, and I was supposed to live there a year, and I lasted 6 months, and I ran away. I was like, nope, that was wrong. That was my like, I'll dance anywhere! Oh, boy! No, I won't. Friends don't let friends live in Ohio. I got that shirt after I lived in Ohio. I think... Do I still have it? I might have actually given that one away because I boat necked it and didn't really... Actually, let me see if I still have it. Hold on. If I do, it's here. Yeah, I think I moved on from that shirt. Yeah, it's just... But I could stand to get a sweatshirt. You lived in Toledo for 3 years. Yeah, Rowan lived there. Yeah, it was terrible. I hated it too. It was not good. No offense. Well, no, I do want to offend a plurality of Ohio. I have no problems with offending that. Oh wait, it's not Monday. What am I doing? I'm in automatic pilot. I'm in autopilot. There we go. Let's just call it that. All right. Oh, all the offense. Yeah. Offense. So did they grow up in Ohio? What's the deal? How many generations back does that situation run? I ate breakfast. Yeah, I like this better as befriending. I like that better. I definitely want to call that befriending. It also, I think it makes this split a lot clearer. Especially when like autistic people can get a little bit confused about like where friendship starts and where acquaintance ends. Yeah, my mom's side has been in Ohio for a long time. Oh, no. Kansas and Texas? Oh, wow. Okay. That's weird. I don't think that sounds fun. I have a negative bias towards knowing that information, and then what I think about people with that background who are white, but it can't be universally. But then the segregation. Like sundown towns and stuff. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's shitty. Huh. Hey, let's have a discussion since we're not on Twitch anymore. I can have like meaningful discussions that aren't complete dog shit. Oh, hello. My family in Ohio went to civil rights protests and stuff. There we go. Thank you. Thanks, John. That makes me feel a lot better. That's good. That's important to remember, that there's been there's been people who wanted society to change radically throughout history. But I think, what? Okay, well, I was like, oh, that's good to, oh, no. Yeah, okay. It's like this GIF cereal face. You know this GIF? Where is it? This one. This one. That one. That's the one. Yeah, that one. Hey, why aren't you going into the cereal? There we go. That's the, that, yeah. Yep. I'm like, oh good, it's not so, oh man. Never mind. Never mind. Whoa. That's incredible shade. What the hell? How old? What year was that? You're not even, you're like young, aren't you? Aren't you like 27 or something? Well, that's like, no, in my opinion, people be young. You know what? Is your grandfather still alive? What the hell? Does your grandfather even have money to disown you with? Like, what is this statement? What? How? First of all, you're 26. Yeah, exactly. That's what I thought. I was about to say, like, I'm sorry, how bougie are you, dude? What, like, it's not much of a threat if you don't own shit, bro. If you don't have some fat inheritance. What you talking about, disowned? What are you, the Lord of Cambridge or some shit? You know what I'm saying? Like, if you ain't got no money, that is the definition of an empty threat. There's no coin in that threat. That's a coin-based threat. Duke of Bucharest. Disowned? Wait, what? Wait, what's blocked? Duke or DEA. Finish your language here. You can't say, really? Huh. Interesting. Okay. Well, I have kind of high filters on, so that's probably why. Just to be on the safe side. Interesting. Well, that's probably for the best. We can be euphemistic. It's always fun to have overly excessive euphemisms. Oh, disowned. Really? Oh, that's odd. It showed up the second time, though. Huh. Okay, well, now I'm a little confused. I thought we just couldn't talk about death. I was like, I guess that's fair. Alright. I'm confused. But that's part of the fun of life. No, it's not. I hate it. I hate being this confused this often. You know what? Why did I say that? Weird. At any rate. Yeah, does he have hella money? Are you going to inherit a bunch of bank and coin and dollar bills? If the answer is no, you know, like, what the fuck? Four ducks and 5 cows, right? 3 teeth between them all. And one of them is on a duck. One Fanged Duck is a cool band name. It is! One Fanged Duck? That's tight. It could be a vampire duck band. That's punk. Oh, he's definitely not. He's broke because he's been taking care of my oldest sister that's physically disabled and being denied disability for 17 years. See, he should be mad at the system by now. But yeah, duck punk. Duck punk. Oh, woo. Something, 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 something. Duck punk. That's DuckTales. We got there. What is DuckTales? Is DuckTales the one with the pilot person, right? Yeah. Yeah. Launchpad McQuack. There we go. Oh yeah, Scrooge. There we go. Okay, so yeah, no, the duck punk thing fits because this guy's pretending to be Scrooge. I'm gonna share this story for people who I may have all told this to. You see how like Scrooge is jumping in that pile of money? I thought that rich people just jumped into something they loved a lot and swam in it, so I wanted to have a pool full of mandarin oranges when I inevitably became yet another American success story. Anyways, yeah, I thought you just swim in something that you really like, because that's what his whole thing is. He swam in coins, which, you know, okay. So I thought I would swim in mandarin oranges. I didn't think about how that would burn. Vision board is a trough. There we go, trough of oranges. Mandarin oranges, like in can. You know, like the canned mandarin oranges? That's what I wanted. Not just like, I do have some mandarin oranges. I'm gonna eat some. But I wanted the canned mandarin oranges. That's what I wanted. And that's how I know that kids are stupid. Because I was also very mature for my age, but I was still... Yeah, cocktail oranges. You know what I'm talking about. Those ones. Yes. Those ones. He's mad at the system. Just my mother making comments about my little cousin B. Oh, wow. That's gross. Yeah, no. I'm sorry that you have to deal with that. That's really shitty and disgusting and gross. It shouldn't ever matter at all. Not in that way, at least. Like, if you want to talk about the issues that affect you, but your own loved ones should support the person you love, that's fucked up. And their own family. That made no sense. That's... Ugh. I kind of want to just, like, fix their brains, you know what I mean? No, he won't. Yeah, it's bullshit. The world, first of all, things keep changing and changing and changing. Second of all, like, people, I don't know, even if in so much as, like, this person has to deal with racism from a systemic level, like, from the institutions, at some point we have to stand up together and say this is stopping, right? It's just bullshit. Where's my aunt? The kid's grandmother makes good money. The kid is going to be fine. Yeah. That's just like, I don't know. I have strong opinions about that. It's like, I don't want to minimize people having to face the system as it is, but as if it's easier to be in a fucked up system for being not mixed race. Like, it just doesn't make sense. That's like saying, like, oh, the system's bullshit, so, you know, just have an easier time and be like a clearly divided, segregated society, blah blah blah. Like, what? Bullshit. I will not say that some bullshit society is easier because it tried to make it incredibly difficult to leave it by law and other nefarious means that impact a lot of the structures around us in ways that are surprising and frustrating. There's a really good TikToker. I follow them, but I don't remember their name yet. I'll share it in the Discord at some point though, but he like breaks down all these subtle and like surprising ways that racism has influenced things, like the no trespassing thing. Those no trespassing laws and the whole signs that people will have. Oh man, it was so interesting. It was like it was getting into there's a term for this and I'm blanking on it. Environmental justice, is that right? I believe that's the correct term. But the reason we don't have fruit trees is when slaves were freed, when the Emancipation Proclamation happens, right? They wanted to make sure that people couldn't eat fruit that was just growing around. So all of the trees that were public property, they got male trees, and that's why like a bunch of white people have allergies, because they just like flooded the air with pollen. So it's like eco-sexism and an environmental justice issue. So then we have way too much pollen, not enough fruiting trees. And then they did, I'm paraphrasing this poorly. This guy's much better at doing this, obviously, than I'm going to paraphrase his work. But, so then the no trespassing starts because they don't want people to eat fruit on anybody's property either. And so they were trying to say, well, you can have the plants, you know, the fruit from these plants if you work for us. So they basically like recreated slavery with this system. And then it got, he explains that it's even more messed up than that, but yeah, this guy like breaks down it, and he gets like goofy comments from people that are, you know, sea lining and disingenuous, and he's about how he's like saying that like everything is racist. He's like, well, actually, here you go. And he delivers it in a way that's like, I feel like he's funny about it, but also like kind of in a confrontational way that I actually think is effective. Like he's confronting people, but he's not unpleasant about it. Like if anything, it's like, it has a certain amount of exasperation to it that I find very effective. Where I'm like, there's like, if you don't feel empathetic towards it and understand where this person's coming from, because he's just speaking rationally, but at the same time, he's not divorcing it from the emotional reality of it. So I think it's like a very effective way of delivering a very complex analysis of things that are surprising. Anyways, I'll find it and post it in Discord. It's pretty cool. Also, we'll be moving from Discord to Circle. So I'm going to start setting it up. I think what I'll do is like I'm going to email them. I'm going to start with like a monthly plan, and then it's not that expensive to get started. Then we can start with the nonprofit features and stuff like that. But I'll tell them like, hey, I need a couple of months to like just get kicked off the ground here, and then be able to do more over the summer. My goal is to like have things kind of off the ground by the end of July, like August, so like late summer, and off the ground with like even just getting the nonprofit going. Hey, hi, no, look, guess what? I'm starting a nonprofit. Did you know that? If you've been in Discord, maybe not. Oh, wow. The fact that my mother's on her third marriage is less and more. Wow. Yeah, that is concerning. That's shitty, Shade. That's a long conversation that I think every person could have a lot of strong feelings about and personal feelings about. I certainly would, and do. Like, it's a, okay, well, all right, yeah. Anyways, hello. We can always do that. But I'll for now just mention. In fact, let me see if I can find them right now on TikTok. I don't use TikTok enough to like make a point of saving anything that I just like when I randomly check in.
You're obviously not.
Oh wow, this person's insane. People say some wild ass shit on. That's so weird. Anyways, okay, let me see if I can find the person that I like. Here he is. Okay, he's what's his name? Or is it?
In the 1930s, he heard Germany talking about, Germany first and fascism, Germany first and fascism, and he liked that idea so much that he convinced.
Okay, so he's got like 1.1 million followers and deserves it, quite clearly, because this guy's doing a great job, and has a really interesting approach.
Hey, good morning. What numbers come to mind when you hear the words middle age? Huh? Write it in the comments, I'm curious. What numbers come to mind when you hear the words middle age?
40?
Well, according to a new survey, the average American thinks that middle-aged person is somewhere between 45 and 55, and that would work if you lived to be 100 years old. But according to the CDC, the average American lives to be 76 years old.
Oh, damn.
That means you are at the top of your proverbial hill at 38 years old.
Oh. And he starts laughing.
That means you entered middle age at the age 19. Yeah, you started climbing that hill at 19.
Wait, what?
You reached the top of it at 38. And then everything after 38 is a slow descent into madness, isn't it? So raise your hand if you or someone you know is older than the age 38. If you are, it's all downhill from here. Now, black men...
Oh, wow. Wait. Oh, I didn't... Okay, then he was going to go into the... Yeah, so he's always, like, educating. Okay, so it's a Levert, the baseman? Yeah, like bass. It's Levert, TheBassman. Very, very interesting account. Oh, he has an Instagram? Oh. Okay, I follow that too now. I think that the bassman part means that they must be a musician, which is cool. Okay. Neat. All right. Let me see. Can I give you some quick unasked guide? Yes. Please consult a tax professional or consult with an attorney for an hour before you open any NGO. The bank I work for, I help them open biz accounts, and a lot of people jump in the... No, so, okay, so here's what I'm going to do. So, I've started watching a whole bunch of YouTubes to understand about the whole issue. So, I already work for 2 nonprofits. I've told one of the nonprofits more explicitly about this idea, and they're more than happy to mentor me. And also, I'm going to look into fiscal sponsorship. So I may start the nonprofit under the guidance of another nonprofit that has a similar mission. The 2 that I work for, the mission I don't think is close enough for that to actually make sense. But there are nonprofits that explicitly do that. And since this is going to be in the intersection of social support and disability, there may be something that already is appropriate for that. And then there's one thing that I'm eyeballing already for that does like a peer support model, but the traditional model of like, which I'm trying to spin off from, which is usually for substance use and mental disorders that are managed with medication. So that's like a lot of peer support is that. I mean, there's depression peer support as well, but still. So yeah, so there's a program through that about starting a nonprofit through that organization, and that might also connect me to other things. And in general, I already was going to be talking to as many services and nonprofits as possible that work with the autism spectrum, because of my work with the nonprofits that I'm doing, to get them more able to support neurodivergent youth in their programming. So yeah. Oh yeah, no, yeah, I fully strongly agree. Yeah, the only reason it's even like on my radar is because of my experiences with people running nonprofits who I know pretty well, and who I can talk to and I can look to for guidance and mentorship. Yeah, because I think ideally, if possible, what I want to start is with that fiscal sponsorship relationship, and then their financial officer would be responsible for donations, and the donations would clearly go through that other organization, which is why the missions have to be aligned so no one's getting confused, and then like gradually take on responsibilities and create positions within my organization where it's like manageable. Because the issue is that I want it to be primarily, autistic run as much as possible, not necessarily like exclusively, but I want it to be where I know, okay, how do you adapt a nonprofit setup to be as sort of bare bones as possible, and then for autistic people using this as well as autistic people participating in it, it's a little more streamlined and doesn't have anything that's unnecessary that would be a barrier to it running smoothly by autistic people. So you see what I'm saying? So it's like having that runway of somebody taking care of the structural support and the financial technicalities and complications to begin with could be very helpful for troubleshooting that, and then again like streamlining it. Because I think that a lot of what I see is that a lot of organizations they can be sloppy, and that's not going to work because we won't be able to cope with that at all as like an autistic run group, and there's a lot of extra stuff that I wouldn't want to have to do because it wouldn't make sense. But I'm like, okay, well, how do I get all the necessary things? What does that actually look like? So it can feasibly be run by autistic people successfully without anything getting dropped, lost, confused, or prioritized incorrectly, because that's the issue. I love the irony of the difficulty of ISD folks being able to set up nonprofits. Well, that's part of the thing, right? Is that I think a lot... So this is why I landed on that. So let me explain my reasoning. Because otherwise, if this grows and we get the kind of support to build new tools that I want... there's a whole spiel on this of the tools, the sorts of tools that I want to develop with like AI and other... Okay, let me start this over. The digital neighborhood idea that you're aware of, I've told you about a whole bunch, but just like moving it forward with new technology. Okay, so to be able to do that successfully, that means you need to have like real resources, right? And I'm like, okay, I don't want to be a coach. I don't want to be like, hey, you're under and unemployed. We want to fix that. Why don't you get money from, I don't know, the sky? Like... to be able to pay for this. It doesn't make any sense. So I'm like, well, this is really a social well-being welfare project for disabled people that are currently completely, underserved by our social safety nets and stuff like that. But also, this isn't correct the way that it's set up. And I'm like, the only way that this should be addressed is by looking at these resources that are already earmarked to support people with disabilities and adults who are trying to better themselves within a certain framework and context. That you have all of these different social welfare programs where there's people that are sitting on millions and billions of dollars that are supposed to go to public service that assists members of the population in need. So I'm like, this is where this should be. Yeah. The tools would help with the process of making it, is my point. Oh yeah, no, exactly. Well, that's the whole thing, right? Is like, I figure this out, so then other autistic people, if that's what they want to do, then it's all more manageable to do that. Ultimately, like, nothing's gonna be automatic, but eventually it's like the tools, that's exactly what they're supposed to be doing. And by by getting through this extinction barrier, right? By getting through this teeny funnel this big, we can blow up the funnel by, well, maybe not blow up, but we basically can like have the funnel widen that, before you have to even go to the funnel, right? We'll have like an off ramp that's like nice and wide and goes to the tools. That's the idea. And then autistic people can do whatever the hell they want. Because, you know, I say to my therapist, my specialist, is like, so the problem that I have with like some of the resources online, and even, I'll say it, just like some of the people who are on this very thing of YouTube making long form videos and stuff, or, you know, frequent videos. I'm like, but then you're like professionally autistic. I don't want to be professionally autistic. I want to address my autism and then develop as a unique person, and also facilitate that in other people, right? And not to say that those folks aren't ultimately doing that, but it just is a little weird. Like, no, like allistics or non-autistics don't have to be professionally non-autistic to get by in the world. They just are in the world, and the world generally doesn't create any issues for them in that regard. It creates other issues for them, right? But for us, it's like we are the issue. So then how do you make an environment that creates the same sort of conditions for success and your potential being realized that is the case for people without autism, just across the board, regardless of what other factors are happening, regardless of that, across the board. Yeah. My chemistry brain is imagining glassware for that imagery. Beautiful. Love it. Go with that. Yes. Okay, so I know I need to do, this is happening today, this is happening today. I'm just making notes for me. This would be good. Not sure how to do it quite yet, but that would be good. X, that definitely needs to happen. It would be good to do this because it'll loosen me up for my show. I do want to note that I did do this because that's good to note. This needs to happen. A lot of things need to happen today. Jeez. This needs to happen. I guess this is happening. This is going to need to happen. And technically speaking, this is happening. This was happening a lot worse yesterday, if I'm being honest. So I'll just get myself one of those over there. It's a little bit better today. You know what? I'm going to just go with that for now and see how it is. Oh, no, I'm kidding. I was like, nope, it's back. I was like, nope. Okay. Yeah. Ugh. Also, I can't play Sims for a bit because there was an update and it broke people's faces. Sims 4 update, face broken, face, well, I'll just do that. Yeah, this. It sounds just awful. What did you expect to see? My Sims faces to be normal. Like, oh. Keep you informed as we work on a resolution. Yeah, so I don't want to update it because like it does all kinds of crap. Ooh, I want to see all the messed up faces. Woohoo! So that's the teeth. Oh, wow. Oh, no. Oof. Okay. was this? Okay, I don't know what that... I guess that's... I'm not sure what's happening here. It's hard to see that. With their mouse transparent. Oh, I see. It's transparent right there. Oh, weird. Oh, it's not even lined up anymore. Ooh, that's got... Oh, wow. Yeah, I would freak out if my Sims looked ugly because I spent so much time making them. So basically, like, I can't play my Sims game because if I look at my Sims, I will cry. You know what I mean? Like, I put so much work in them and their faces looking wrong would just break my brain. Oh, no! Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh no. Wow. Yeah, your already made Sims are the worst. Look at that. Ugh. Welcome to the horror show. A. B. Like, do you see how people are, like, going in and just being like, wow, what is happening? I don't want to... It even affects new Sims. Everyone's quite upset about this. So I don't want to become this, you see? Eyeballs are squished into their heads and upper lip seams are squished into the mouth hole. Oh, jeez. Oh, I feel so bad for everybody. Like, this sucks, bro. Oof. Eyelash detached while blinking as well. Jeez, this is hideous. So yeah, so since I play my game for the ability to make my Sims, or you know, to make pretty people with cool outfits, and including like really complicated fantasy characters and stuff like that, like I cannot load my game like this. 566 Mewtwo's and 20, yeah, like if this, I assume this would happen to me, right? Like I'm scared. So I don't know how to like disable the automatic update. I think if as soon as I open EA, it's gonna do the auto update. So I don't think I can turn that off. Whoa. That's not good. It's bad. The lips become part. It's all distorted. Anyways, yeah, that's just gonna keep going. Like in less than 24 hours, there's just like a whole bunch of people. Oh yeah, same here. I've learned the hard way to keep auto updates off, to go offline just prior to a patch, and to never update my game right away. I also usually wait at least several days to a week, and then I scour Discord and EA's bug reports before updating. Man. Yeah. Not updating my game until this is fixed, but in the meantime, yeah, I'm not updating my game either. If this messes up my Sims, I'll just lose my mind. I'll lose it. I'll lose it. Like, I know how I feel about my special interest, and I can't be doing that, you know? That won't work for me. No way, no how. Okay, anyways. Alright. So terrible. Yeah. So hopefully it didn't patch. I don't think it's patched, but yeah. Or, I mean, sorry, not patched. I don't think it, yeah. Wow. Wow. That's so gnarly. Ugh. Anyways, okay, we did this. Literally distracted by a squirrel. That's fair. Squirrels are cute. I would be. I have been. I've made bars, like particularly, I don't think I have anything. No. Well, I've had one bar that talked about distractibility, but like in a recorded thing, but in like a song, but I haven't done that since. And I normally just like throw it into like freestyling. I'm like, hey buddies, let's throw in a funny world thing about how I'm distracted by squirrels. Alright, so I need to go to my inbox and check my inbox, because when I have an inbox, I need to know things. Boop. Do 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 do. Boom. Okay. How we all doing on stuff? Do 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 do. Do 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 do. All right, I think I'm good. Anyways, you're laying on a park bench though. That's nice. Trying to ride the high of actually calling and setting an apartment tour. Yeah, enjoy that. This is good. You did it. That would give you one of the telecoms. I'm not sure if you knew that. But it would. Let's see here. Okay, so it sounds like I'm booking okay. Okie dokie. Alrighty, that's done. I despise phone calling as well. Alright, it's very not fun and scares me. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Okay. Alright. Show mixes this morning? Sure, I can do that. Okay. What was I doing? I don't know what I'm doing. Am I anxious? Am I anxious? Oh boy, let's look at a picture. I think I'm anxious. Oh, wow. This is fire. I just saw something else that I'm like, whoa. That's amazing. Wow. Okay, sorry. I was in the wrong spot. Info dump? No. Yes. Ah! My neurodivergent asks include every detail possible because in base corresponds because that's how I like to be communicated with, and I think it'll help prevent miscommunication. Yeah. Yep. And it does not do that. La la la. Oh man. That was good. Most autism see. Am I anxious? Yeah, emotions. I don't know what I am. Oh, thank you. Okay. Okay. I feel kind of sick. I've been starting a purple tree blooming. That's pretty. Oh, I've been meaning to ask you for a while. I want a version of cream for autism that makes sense, but I can't actually come up with a dream. Like cash rules everything around me. I once tried to make a song that went debt rules everything around me, but okay. I don't know. Well, is it the same sentiment? I'm kind of confused about. I could have ideas. I'm just not sure. Like, what's it supposed to be saying? Like, is it supposed? I'm confused. I'm confused, and I need more information. Thank you. Okay, I guess this is done. Oh, you're saying autism rules everything. See, don't you think that, like, that's not a good metaphor, though? To, like, because it doesn't rule everything around. That's not the same relationship. It's internal. So it's like, you don't have cash inside of you. You have autism inside of you. Regulates everything around me. You need a D word. It would be like autistic something regulates everything around me or something. I wouldn't do rules. That's the only thing that I would. Oh, yay, tree. I want to look at the. Oh, that's a pretty tree. That is a pretty tree. Aw, look at you, tree. Pretty. Thank you. It looks nice with the green that's right by it too. It's pretty. Restructures. Yeah. Refracts upon. How about recontextualizes? That sort of makes more sense. Reframes, yeah, reframes or that's basically said the same thing. Yeah, you could do either one. Oh. Yeah, I don't love it either. Yeah, I mean, autism recontextualizes or reframes everything around me might be a way of, that might be useful to say to people while still using the acronym. You know what I mean? Because, like, that's sort of what they're not getting is that, like, well, that's true for you in your context, but with autism, here's a whole other deal. I think that's the sentiment that you're getting at. Very cool. Okay, let's mess around with this thing together, shall we? Let me go here, and then I'll stop in a minute, but I'll just share working on this thing. Which I really should charge one of my... Hold on, I have to get something. Okay, hold on. charge this iPad and start to use it for this, 'cause that would be nice. Okay. Right, I know what I'm doing. And then we'll end. Look at how bright, look, it matches. Kind of. Well, it actually doesn't match that well, but it looks like it does. Oh, sorry. Let me see if this will work. Sometimes when the brightness is all the way down, you can see what I'm doing. Haha, see? Okay, let's start adding tasks. More? Oh, that's too long. I'm just gonna say 2 hours, and it won't always be 2 hours. Okay. Oh, can you even see what I'm doing? Oh, there. Maybe that's too dull now. Like here. It's pretty bright. Okay. There? I don't know. Okay. It's not really meant to do this. Once, I guess I'll have to do daily. How do I, every 2 days, every 3 days, every 4 days? Interesting. Okay. We'll do it, I guess I'll do it once, and then, no wait, weekly. Okay, we'll do weekly. Oh, I can do it like this. Okay, got it. There we go. That's what I want. Okay, great. Do I need alerts for this? I think that's going to get annoying. I think no. Okay, cool. I need to edit that though. I want a different color. I can't even see what color I'm doing right now. What? What does this do? Oh. Neato. Hey, you. Okay, I'll be done with my stream shortly. Sorry about how bright this is. This is silly. Edit task. I don't like this color. Let's do... Oh, can I do black? Oh, that's cool. Okay. Oh, that's nice. Okay. Yeah. Okay, cool. 1 hour of spare time. Interesting. This is so interesting. I really like this. Like, it just kind of slides through. This is what I want. That's helpful. Okay. Oh, you can't see what I'm talking about. Here. See? It just like colors in. So that's good. So that's added now. Okay. Okie dokie. Great. Oh, and it records if you took a break. Ooh. So if you don't plan anything, they say took a break. Interesting. Interesting. Can you tell me how long I took a break? I guess not. All right, well, maybe it doesn't tell me that information. Oh, well. Okay, anyways, yeah. All right, that's the stream. I'll be back tomorrow for more. I have to go do stuff, I guess. Actually, you know what? I could probably sit here and try to do this really quickly. Okay, what happened there? Did that work? Oh dear. Oh, there's like an overlap thing. That's cool. Huh. Okie dokie. Interesting. That's very strange. Okay. But yeah, so basically we're done. Shit, I did that wrong. No. Oh, hi! What's up? I'm just doing something really quick before I have to leave. I'll just do that here. This looks good, right? This is a good camera angle. Okay, I'll take this down. Sorry. Okay, I have to... Where is it? Shared with me. My drive. Nope. Okay, I have to... Oh, song lyrics. Yeah, that needs to happen. Actually, ooh, let me add this to this new thing that I'm testing out. Okay. Got you. Okay. Probably take an hour. Okay, that's in my inbox of stuff that I need to do. Right on. Okay, and then I need to go here. You don't have to do them all at once. Yeah, well, I think so. So I'm testing out this. Do you have an iPhone, by the way? Or a Mac, anything? Don't even ask. Merry Weed Christmas. Yeah. It's not really my thing, but thank you. But yeah, it is. I don't have any relationship to that at all. Weed Christmas is very funny. Yeah. It is. It's interesting, isn't it? Yeah, I don't like weed at all. I don't like anything, like, at all. It's just, like, not for me. I always say, like, my brain's enough to deal with without that problem creating new things. You know what? All right, I'm gonna stop for now. All right, I'll see y'all tomorrow. But yeah. Yep, alcohol, nicotine, everything. Yeah, not my thing. Yep. I've tried alcohol a couple times. Enough times to also just like, nope. That did not work out for me. I didn't like it. Did not. All right, see you later, folks. Oh, have fun. That sounds nice. Don't get sunburned. Wear sunscreen. Okay. Reapply your sunscreen. Okay, bye.